and I wasn't expecting so. I was honestly, oh! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. I am going to be doing a mom tag video. I think that's what it was called. I was tagged by my friend Stephanie Frederick. She had done the tag on her channel. I will link her channel down below in the description. And she had tagged me to do this, so I am going to do so. Basically, it's just 20 questions. I printed it out. It's 20 questions just relating to being a mother. And yeah, basically that's it. I'm just gonna get it started before this video gets long. Hi, thank you. Thank you, baby. Can you put that on the table? Can you put it on the table over there? Can you go and put it on the table? Oh, be careful. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so how old were you when you had your first child? So, my first child was Kenan, and that was in 2017, and I was 27. Second question is, what was the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? The hardest thing for me personally was, I think there was a few times. The first thing was during the 9 months, the very beginning part of getting nauseous and feeling like I'm gonna barf at any moment. That's the thing, I never puked. I got nauseous and I felt like I was gonna puke. I would sit over the frigging toilet for about 15-20 minutes and nothing would happen. But that feeling was the worst. And it only lasted about a couple weeks though. It was only a week or two that I would constantly feel nauseous. But other than that, the end of the pregnancy was my worst, like around 8-9 months, because just sleeping. I couldn't get comfortable any way, any possible position. I felt the worst aching in my knees. The other hardest thing throughout my pregnancy was my hormones going crazy and me being an emotional wreck. So, yeah, that. Can you think of any good thing you enjoyed during those 9 months? I mean, I didn't have a hard pregnancy. It was just mainly the sleeping issue and then the nausea in the beginning. Everything else was perfectly fine. So the thing I enjoyed the most was obviously listening to his heartbeat and feeling his kicks was the most enjoyable thing. Feeling his kicks and hearing his heartbeat and just everything, like just the miracle of just me being able to hold him, and like, it was just all of that in general like overpowers. I know it. Yeah, I promise he's not whining, he's just talking. That's the way he talks. Put it together. There you go. Yeah, you put this one on here. There you go, put that on the table. Go ahead, put it on the table. Go boo! Be careful. Come here. Come here. You're okay. He ran in. I know. I know. You're okay. I know. Say hi. Now he's whiny. Say hi. Say hi. I know. What is it? Say hi. Oh, good. I love you. Be careful, okay? Number 4. In your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate? No, the answer is no. I have heard like horror stories and I've heard good stories, but I've heard a lot of the time, I heard that there was like, see, that's the thing. Everybody's experience is different. My experience, my childbirth experience, I actually was For my first, apparently, I'm like a professional, not to toot my own horn, but apparently I was only in labor for like 4 hours, which is, I know, shocking. I only pushed for 45 minutes as well. So I had a short labor.
And I wasn't expecting, so I was honestly...
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah.
No, there's a hard part at the end of that thing.
Oh, be nice to mama.
No.
Be nice to mama. I'm out.
Then go! Go get daddy. Go get daddy. Go get daddy. That was my experience. So it wasn't like all the stories that I've heard because my body worked a different way than others might have. So yeah, number 5, would you have handled childbirth differently if you could redo it? No. I had a short labor and a short push time, and I wouldn't have done it any other way, honestly. I loved the way it went. I got so lucky to be able to have a easy delivery. What would be your advice for someone who is about to have a baby? No. He said, go get mama while he had that in his hand. So yes, he's going to go get me with that. Now he just wants to smack me with it.
Be nice to mama, give her a hug.
Aww,
There,
baby. Thank you. That was nice.
See?
Thank
Please
you.
not better.
Thank you, darling. Okay. My advice for someone who's about to have a baby is, honestly, like I did, don't listen to other people's opinions. You're going to have your own experience. And I hate when other people try to put their opinion or their way of doing things, the way they do it, on other people. Like, individually, as a pregnant person or as a going to be mom or whatever, everybody is going to handle the way they're gonna be a mom differently. So don't let other people persuade you otherwise. So that's literally the only advice I would have, honestly. What has been the hardest thing about being a mom? The hardest thing about being a mom. Being away from him is my number 1 thing because I have to work full time, so it's not ideal for me. But other than that, my just being a mom in general is hard, period. Like everything. Being responsible for a whole being in general, and for them to rely on you is just like a lot of pressure. It is, period. So for me to have that responsibility when I never thought I was going to is rough for me, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. Like, it is the best thing that ever happened to me as well. What's been the most rewarding thing about being a mom? Just looking at that face. Just looking at that face every day. Just him learning things. Just every day him learning a new thing. He just wants to pile hats on top of me. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Yeah, you want it back? Okay, go ahead. Oh, okay. So yeah, just him learning things every day is like my main thing. Just every little thing that he's in that stage where he's just copying everything now. Everything he does, he copies. Yeah? Can I hug? No. So as of right now, I mean, the most rewarding thing is just him growing and him learning and seeing that progress is like the most rewarding thing. What was the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? God, I don't know. What was the most surprising thing? I don't know what would be surprising. I can't say that being like I was surprised that me feeling the love that I feel for him is surprising, because I know that that's obvious. Like, obviously you're gonna love your child more than anything in this world, but like that's like literally the most surprising thing to me is like I cannot even fathom how much I love this child. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get emotional. I know it. Okay, what was the best memory you have involving your child? The best memory? I mean, he's not really old enough for me to like have shared memories besides like traveling and stuff and just seeing him in different environments. And like, we've gone to trips to Michigan a lot, and we've went to our vacation, like last week we were on vacation with him, and just like those memories are what matter to me right now. And like obviously his milestones in life of him just eating food for the first time, like transferring from like his formula and all that stuff, like just like the milestones that he's made are my memories. But yeah, so far as right now, that's what my best memories that I have. What was the most exciting milestone? His most exciting milestone to me as of right now, there will be more, of course, because he's not even 2 yet, but as of right now, it's him walking, of course. That was obviously the most exciting thing. One is, what is the worst thing your child has ever done? As of right now, he hasn't really done anything horrible. He's too young to have done something crazy or anything. He's just a child. He gets into things that he's not supposed to. He does things that he's not supposed to, but that's where we come in and just teach him he can't get into those things. He hasn't done anything horrible, so I can't even answer that really. What habit do you wish your child didn't have? Earlier, I couldn't really say what bad habits he has. He doesn't have any habits, really. He's too young as of right now to have habits. His most bad habit that I did wind up finding out or remembering later is he rips out my hair like crazy. Obviously my fiance has shorter hair, and Kian has shorter hair, so he's not used to longer hair. So he's very intrigued by my long hair, and he likes to rip it out, like pull both like hands down and like pull his entire weight down from my hair. So I have to always keep an eye on him with that. Okay, what habit of theirs makes you really proud? I can't really say, like I said, like he doesn't really have any habits besides like tiny little ones, like where he, like his comforting noise that he makes when he's sleeping or he's going to go to sleep, or his habit of like twirling the blanket between his fingers and stuff. That's like the cutest things ever to me, and I don't think they're bad habits or anything. And I can't say that it makes me proud either. He's too young as of right now. He hasn't done much in life, obviously, besides his like normal baby milestones. But when he gets older, I'm sure there's gonna be more. So do you have any shared similarities with your child, both physical and personality? Okay, I was explaining earlier before my camera shut off that earlier when he was just born, and like actually just up until recently, he was instantly a mini Chris, which is my fiance, and everybody like disregarded that he was like anything like me. So now everybody's starting to say, okay, like he's definitely a mixture of both of you. I think he is a mixture of a good mixture between both of us. He has, I think he's growing into my natural hair color, which is blonde. So as of right now, he has dirty blonde hair, which is my natural. And then he has my eye color, it's kind of a mixture. He had more blue eyes earlier in life. Now he's growing into like grayish green. I don't know. And my fiance has brown eyes. So he has my fiance's nose and like overall like facial structure, I guess. And he has my attitude, and he's really loud like me, and that's hands down. But he's really mellow, like my fiance, and he's just like, he is chill. It's just when he's loud and when he wants to get his point across, he'll let you know, like me. So, where would you like your child to be in 10 years? I don't expect him to be much places in life because he's only gonna be like 11 years old. It's not like he's gonna be 18. I'm gonna be like, oh, well, I hope he has a house, and I hope he has this, and I hope he has that. He's gonna be an 11-year-old, and I hope he's just enjoying his life as an 11-year-old, just like being an 11-year-old. Okay, what is something having a child has taught you? Honestly, patience. To an extent. I still lose my mind sometimes. Like, I can't, sometimes I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. But overall, yes, patience is like the number one thing that has taught me the most. Like, I have gotten a lot better with it. Okay, did you imagine you'd be a mom at the age you became a mom? No, I guess. Like, I imagined me having a child earlier in life. It just didn't pan out that way. Describe your child in a single sentence. Ugh. You're a Sour Patch Kid. You're sweet and then you're sour. That's how it happens. And then you're sweet again, and then you're sour, and then you're sweet again. He's blinking at me, sorry. Okay, we're just going. I love you. Okay, my camera keeps dying, the battery keeps dying, so I had to charge it and I had to run out and then come back and finish this last question. So the last question is, how have you changed as a person since becoming a mom? Basically, the main things that have changed is me, basically a different outlook on life, because a few years ago, I would say 2-3 years ago, I was in a dark place and I was not doing well mentally. And literally ever since meeting my fiance and having Kian has given me a total different outlook on life and being more appreciative of life. Since I brought life into this world, it's just so much more precious to me. And, uh-oh, crabby boy. He needs to nap. So, yeah, basically that, and the me fearing life more, honestly. Not my, like, me just being more aware of what's going on in the world. Like, I mean, me hearing shootings going on in schools and hearing about, like, things that go on in daycares even, like, teachers being, like, almost abusive. Yeah, almost abusive towards children his age and up and older, and then like what else? I could go on. People kidnapping children, that's going around a lot, and it's just like, it terrifies me that my child is going to grow up in a world like that, and it terrifies me. It's like, I feel like I have to be extra protective because this world that we live in now, this generation has gotten so crazy compared to when I grew up. And I don't know, I just hear, maybe it's just out there more, and it's been, I don't know. I didn't hear about school shootings as much when I was in school, so I don't know, it's like becoming a freaking trend, and it's disgusting, and I'm just terrified for my child to grow up and go to school, and God forbid, I could never even imagine ever being a parent to have to deal with, like, oh, I just couldn't. I can't even imagine. So that's basically me. What I've learned as being a mom is just I'm so much more overprotective now and terrified of the world. But I mean, the best thing I can do is just protect him the best I can. And it's scary. It's scary. Okay, so that's the tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, Steph, for tagging me. It was fun. I don't have any people to tag personally. I don't know any other people that like watch my videos and I'm friends with or whatever. Steph already did it. Her sister already did it. I don't have anybody else to tag. So everybody and anyone, any mom that wants to do this tag, feel free, that's watching, go for it. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button and push the notification bell just so you are notified every time I do upload, whenever that is, because it's spontaneous, and I just throw up videos when I have the opportunity. So whenever I do upload, you'll know. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.